Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic and this is another reaction to the Vinland Saga. It is episode 14 and as always, if you want to see the video as inlaid video, go down into my descriptions, there's a link, replace the parentheses, dot pods with real dots and enjoy. If you have the original at hand, just continue this video and you can see my reaction without inlaid video. So much being said, here we go, in 3, 2, 1, now. Okay, I see a snowstorm. Oh, thanks for explaining, by the way, it was Eric. We have seen Live Ericsson. Oh. Uh. I... I don't know, it feels like that is going bad very soon. Hmm. Big questions in Christianity, huh? Oh, better avoid those. Oh wow, now nice. A map where all the Norsemen went. Ah, that's Vinland, okay. Yeah, there's a bit of spoilers in the intro, I guess. Not really surprising ones. Everyone vanishes in snow. Light of dawn. Did I mention last time? Plundering and raiding a monastery? Just saying. Oh man. They're weird. Well, it's some kind of love. Hmm. He's weak. The weakness of men. Oh. Of course. Well, it's kind of love. Yeah. Because he died for his son. Menas is a warrior. Yep. Yeah, he would be the one you would follow. Well, so Thorfinn is coming back with a girl, and she looked like the one from the intro right now. Well, but it's a good time to cross because no one will go out. Maybe I did see wrong. I kind of feared that. Yep, it's the village of the girl. Yeah. So it's an episode about belief. Ooh, frightening children. Yeah. Yeah, sooner than you think. Yeah, she's just over it. What did she hide there? Ooh, a ring. He stole it? Yep. And there's the problem. No one will hear you. No one will hear you. Disarming. Yeah. Now there was a statement there. Yeah, but with no food they will die sure as well. Well, he tried. I made sure to think about you. I know where this is going. Yeah, because you will be dead. That's no reason for him. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know, maybe you expected some kind of reaction, but I've seen that coming. That is a cruelty. I mean, it was pretty clear the moment he said, "Give me all your food." If one survived there, one survived. Yeah, and she has gray in her hair now. Oh yes, they do. Ay, harsh episode. Holy crap. Um, I mean, we kind of had it coming, right? It was pretty clear already in the last episode. So just stop the video. It's a problematic thing to discuss for me. Someone in the past, someone wrote to me on one of the comments in a series. There are two things you should never discuss on YouTube as a reactor. One of them is politics, and the other one is religion. And mainly because there are very, very different opinions of people. I mean, there was just this one sentence, right? And I think I know why, because you can never get it right? So in this episode, you could discuss about Christianity and their beliefs and what they are good for, what is possibly a problem with those beliefs, and then you have a Christian on the other side who gets upset. or you could discuss politics, because you will never be completely right, because it's such a vast field. So here, however, you have the big question of good and evil, and what is perceived as this. I don't know if anyone has seen my reactions to Overlord in the past, but there was one of the big questions in there in this series as well. So here we have the dark side of Askelads showing. And as I said, I was not really surprised it happened, because I think there were some clear markers and hints in the last episode already, where he said we will cross Mercia. I know what I have to do. And we've seen them in the past plunder villages and do gruesome stuff. So that's not really much of a surprise. It is just the amount, the size of what they did. Because they kill everyone, including women and children, right? So here we have a military decision being made on the cost of civilians. Because the military decision that Askeladd is doing is, I will walk through the enemy territory without leaving a trace, without being seen. Which he could do by sneak by, right? Not attack the village. He could have done that, but his problem is he has no food, so he needs to plunder. So what he has to do is plunder and pillage without leaving a trail, which means no bystanders. No one who escapes. And let's be honest, the only way to do it is to kill them. Sadly. I don't know if killing the children was necessary, but now there we are at the point, I think one of the big questions here in this episode, was it cruelsome or was it mercy? And I think there is no clear answer to that. I mean, killing the parents, as I said, was his only option he had. And that does not mean it is a good thing he did, right? Don't misunderstand me. I do not say at all that I agree with what he did. Because he killed the civilian, he killed a whole village out of his personal interest. He wants to be a king, he wants to be a leader, he wants to be successful with his group. So he decided to go through Mercia. He could have not done that. He would have lost some of his reputation, of his options, but those civilians would live, right? It was his decision, and now he goes through everything because he made the decision. That's the thing. He's a driven man. He knows what he's doing. He's intelligent enough to know what he's doing. And he doesn't possibly not care as much as some would hope. But as I said, once he made the decision, he really had no more choice. For killing the children, the question is, yes, he could have let them alive. Because they would not have made it to the next capital, army, whatever, right? So if he would have let the smallest children live, they wouldn't have been able to run away. They would have stayed in the houses. And here we are. They would have died there as well. Because, simply said, there was no food left. So what should they do, right? So the question is, as weird as it sounds, in this moment, by killing them too, is it mercy? And I don't expect any answer of that. Because I think this is a situation there is no good answer at all. So, it's the one thing. He killed them. His men did the work, but he gave the orders, so Askeladd killed them. It's harsh to see that his men all agreed, right? They just did it. There was no talking back except from Ragnar and from the priest, I think it was. But in the end, no really opposition there. It's the tale of wolves and sheep that we have here. And Askeladd right now is a wolf, so we see his dark side. It's interesting to see that we had no real picture, no real appearance of Thorfinn, which I was a bit surprised about, because I kind of waited for him to be in somewhere, but nope, not a chance, not at all. So I don't know. I guess either we will hear more about him in the next episode, or I mean, we had him in for a short moment with the prince, and that was a picture I misinterpreted. It was not the girl, it was a prince, so he was there. But that's it. We had a short appearance in the story about Thor's. So the priest is very interested in this story, which I can understand. And especially if you reach the point where he realizes that Thor's died for his crew and his son to give them safe passage. I think there is like a connection with the story of Christ, right? That died for man's sin. So possibly he would even love him even more. But they discussed this question, what kind of love is the priest searching for? And it's like the ultimate love, the love for everyone and everything, I guess. While the brotherly love is very restricted, just to your brother or your sister, depending on, right? But nicely done. The episode set up what was about to happen, I think, nicely by showing us Anne and what she perceived as being a sin, stealing, right? So she did steal the ring, I guess. They did not show her steal it, but I think they made it pretty clear that either she stole it or it was left there accidentally and she took it and did not tell anyone. But I guess it was stealing. And thus she thinks she's going to hell. And in the end of the episode, her perception is set new by saying, so you think you're evil. Watch that. I never thought there could be people evil like that. Yes, there are. And there's possibly even worse. And I think that's one of the big problems we have as humanity. There are people who are evil. None is by definition. None is by itself, right? We are not born evil. And no one is completely evil to the deepest part of himself. Even the most evil persons have some good in them and are struggling. But they made, like Askelads, they made a decision to go for one path, to do things in a very specific way in their lives. Yeah, well, it's our moral compass that put them into good and evil, right? If you look at people in war times, and for the Norsemen it is war, for the Danish, people do gruesome stuff to survive, and war takes a toll on them so that they don't understand as much anymore how bad it is what they do. That's why many of them later on have PTSD and stuff like that. Some because they've seen comrades die, or some because of stuff they did. But as I said, none of them is bad by definition, because it's interesting to see what will happen to Anne now. I mean, it might very well be that that we do not see her again, that she was just a one-time character, because we can lift this story from her viewpoint, which was done pretty much, right? Normally we see the story from the viewpoint of Thorfinn very much. This time we've seen it from Anne's perspective. Seeing her world burn down around her, everyone she knows die, realizing that there is even more evil than herself, and then waking up on the next morning and looking at the sun, right? This very spitting image of however bad the last day is, there always is a new day and the sun will go up again. So what will you make out of this day? Will you give up and just lay down in the snow now and die? Will you stand up and go and tell someone about what had happened? Will you follow this group and try to, like Thorfinn does, try to find some vengeance? What is it? So, as I said, maybe she will not appear again. Maybe she will. That would be interesting as well, because, let's be honest, Thorfinn stood by and did nothing. So, we will see. Yeah, I think that's it. There's not so much to say anymore. A dark episode, one that showed us, one again, another side of Askelads. One that we should not be so surprised about, because he is a leader of some kind of pirates. He's a leader of a mercenary group that plunders villages, so yes, something like that had to happen sooner or later. Well, I hope you enjoyed. That's it from me this time. Until the next time, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. If you have not already, you're really very welcome to subscribe to my channel. And that being said, until the next time, my name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.